Hello, and today we got former Hearts and Stenhousemuir player Callum Tapping. Hiya Callum, how are you doing today?
Angus, how you doing? I'm good. Really thanks. I'm really pleased to be involved and get invited on your show, your podcast. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great, thank you. It's a pleasure having you on. Let's start off.
No,
What is your first memory in playing football?
my first memory in playing football. First memory in playing football. My very first memory was probably Angus when I was. I remember getting my first strip, AC Milan strip. I got red Lotto boots to go with it. If you remember, you're probably too young to remember, but at the time AC Milan was sponsored by Lotto. I got the Lotto boots to match it. So I remember wearing them my very first time going to my first probably training session, age 4. It was a summer's day and I had the rock solid studs on. Playing on the hard grass park. I was just desperate to wear my new kit and my new boots. So that was probably when I was 4 years old. That was just basic. Again, it was probably my very first session. I remember the first day I kicked the ball in terms of a training session. I just loved it ever since.
Who was the first professional club you signed for?
First professional clubs. So I was lucky enough. I was younger. I was training with a few clubs when I was like must have been about 8 years old. I signed with Celtic as a young boy when I was 10. So I was at Celtic 10 to 15. I was there for quite a while. I went to Hamilton for there. I was at Hamilton for about 12 months. Lucky enough to get a move down south to Tottenham. I was there for 3 seasons and then up the road to Hearts. And
You
obviously
meant,
my last one.
yeah, you mentioned Tottenham there. Were there any standout players in there that have gone on to do great things with them or another club?
Again, I think, to be honest, I think it's majority of them done really well. The ones that stand out, the ones that are my age group, I guess there was the boy Ryan Fredericks, he plays for West Ham at the moment, the right back.
Hmm.
Still good to mind, really good player. He's done well for himself. At the back, there was a boy Olamide Jurajai, was at Falkirk for a little bit. Good player. And the ones that I've really kicked on in my age group are probably Ryan and probably the biggest name, maybe one of the biggest in the world at the moment, Harry Kane. So he was the captain of my youth team. So at the time, again, he was a great guy as a young boy. It's just incredible to see what heights he's reached at the moment.
It's not a bad one.
No, it's not a bad one to mention. And I always get slaughtered about it all the time. The
He
boys
made
always
his
laugh.
debut
And
against Hearts.
I made it exactly. I actually remember watching the game because I'd basically, Angus, I'd agreed to go to Hearts. That about 2 weeks before that game. So I knew it was all happening, but I was agreeing a deal at the time. So it was weird. So obviously I was at the time, I was good mates with Harry at the time. He said, "Oh, I've been called up for the first team against Hearts," and I was like, "Oh, that's where I'm going in 2 weeks." So that was a good. I missed a penalty that night as well, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he did, yeah.
I remember winding him up, but it probably doesn't matter. Probably can't remember it now.
What was your first professional game? Can you remember your debut?
My very first professional game, it was for Alloa. I came on for Alloa against Brecon. That was my first kind of professional game. So I was at Hearts at the time and I got sent on loan when I was 18. Was it 18? 18. And I came on about 62 minutes against Brecon. That was my debut in professional game.
When was the first time you were asked to sign an autograph by a fan?
An autograph. When was the first time I signed an autograph? First time would have been after probably Hearts. Right after my proper debut. It wasn't really in Parkhead, sorry, my starting debut. We played the Inverness in the League Cup. It was the first time I've probably really been asked to sign an autograph. I think I might have done one or two, but nobody was really interested in case the whole team had to do it. But the first time somebody actually noticed me and came up was probably after playing in the League Cup.
What would you say has been your best moment of your career so far?
Best moment of my career? So do you mean like in terms of one moment or a
Just like
season?
biggest achievement, that sort of thing.
Biggest achievement. So that's a good question because I've had loads of good, like a lot of footballers will tell you, Angus, the problem in football there's more lows than highs,
Hmm.
but you do have a lot of highs at the same time. I'd say the biggest achievement was probably, to be honest, making my debut at Hearts at the time. Such a big club and getting so many games that season that I did. It was brilliant. at the time, my debut at the game, we won the semi-final against Inverness and got the club to a National Cup final. So that was a massive achievement for myself in the game. I wish I had more of the moments, but that's one that will probably stay with me for life.
What are the best and worst kits you've ever worn?
I've played in lower leagues now. I played League One for a few years, so I've worn some shockers. The worst kit, without a doubt, will be Brecken's Pendle kit, and I think it was 2000 and I'm going to go 2013, 14, or 2000, not tell a lie, that's too early, 2014, I think, 2015. That was a shocker.
What about the best?
Best kit, definitely, I'd probably have to go the Hearts kit I wore, the all-white one. It was a cracker.
Is that the one the season after you made the debut?
The season after I made my debut, I did this all-white one. It was lovely. Really liked that one, enjoyed wearing it.
Yeah. Who's the best player you swapped shirts with?
Best player I've swapped shirts with? Best player I've swapped shirts with? You know what, I guess there's not many players I've actually swapped shirts with in terms of what I've done. I'd say I'm trying to think of it. It'd probably be Wanyama's.
Alright, yeah. That's a pretty good one.
Wanyama, I got Wanyama's top at one point. Probably Wanyama's. I don't think he took mine right enough.
What's the best stadium you've played in?
Best stadium I've played in? Bit controversial here. It could be, again, Tynecastle. I love Tynecastle. Absolutely love Tynecastle. But again, I'm a fan of Parkhead. I'm not a Celtic fan myself. I do like seeing Celtic do well. But I'd probably go, I enjoy playing at Ibrox.
What would you say has been your best goal that you've scored?
Best goal that I've scored? I've scored a couple. I don't score very often, I guess, but when I do score, normally it's the edge of the box. I'd say I ever won against Stan Albion in the Betfred Cup for Brecon, or it would have been possibly last season against Dumbarton in the Scottish Cup.
Who's the best teammate you've had?
The best teammate I've had? In terms of player-wise, or just in terms of a person?
Both.
Both. All right.
You can give two answers.
Obviously, Harry Kane, clearly, just in terms of what he's done. In fact, Harry Kane, obviously, what he's done, but in terms of how good somebody has been, I don't know if you know the boy Alex Pritchard.
Yep.
He was unbelievable. Unbelievable player. Unbelievable. And I think, I mentioned a podcast on before, I think if Alex had kept himself fit and maybe he had a few hip injuries, if he kept himself fit maybe at the top level, I think he would have went on to be, I'm not saying one of the world's best, but he'd be in the top four in England anyway. Excellent player with so much ability. In terms of good mates in football, I've got so many mates. I keep in touch with a lot. Honestly, I guess that would be unfair to me to pick one out. I'm good mates with a lot.
Who's the worst teammate for like playing pranks and stitching you up, that sort of thing?
Tell you what, he's a nice boy, but he done my head in. He used to wind me up all the time. Not just me, wind everybody up. He was constant. Do you know Gary Oliver?
Yeah.
The guy's a great guy, good player as well. Really good player. And again, another one that's probably been unlucky. Really good player, but the guys was always at it, like we daft stuff. I guess like he'd put like chocolates in your trainers. So you put like chocolate buttons in your trainers. So you put your trainer on, you go home, and you take your sock off, and then you've got chocolate buttons stuck to your white sock. Little stuff like he'd snip your boxers. You put your boxers on, then you're like, what's happening here? He was just constant. Like Gaz was constant, like just daft little pranks. And it wasn't even anything like would annoy you that much, but it was that little, and it was just that, and it was annoying. Just an annoying wee guy.
Who's the best manager you've had?
Best manager. At first team level, there's a coach, Alex Inglethorpe, down south. He was brilliant. I think he's head of the academy director or something now at Liverpool. He was excellent. In terms of manager, first team manager, I've experienced a few, but I really enjoy. I like James Fowler. He's director of football at Kilmarnock. I thought he was excellent. It was good to me. Had an idea of the way he wanted to play. He was calm and approachable when needed. His training sessions were good, so I'd say he was good. And I also think Gary Naismith. Gary Naismith, he was outstanding again. He was excellent manager. I think if Gary Naismith got like a top job, Angus, I think if he got a top job, like a Hearts job eventually, or if he got like a job at that level, I think he'd go on and do really, really well. So many good ideas, but I just think Queen of the South was excellent for him. I think Gary Naismith to do well and do really well, he needs to be at a top club.
What was the last game you played before the COVID shutdown?
The last game I played before COVID shut down was Raith Rovers away at Starks Park.
Did you win?
Did we win? No, we drew. We drew.
And just finally, to end on, when was the last time you had to pay for a ticket to go to a football match?
When was the last time I paid for a ticket to go to a football match? Oh, it's another good question, Angus. When was the last time I paid for a ticket to go to a football match? You know what? It was probably East Stirlingshire. My brother Jordan plays for. He plays for East Stirlingshire, so I think it was actually East. It wasn't a great game, right enough, but I went to watch East Stirlingshire v Blackburn United in a cup game. It was just one of them. Like, I like to go and watch my younger brother or my brothers play, but when I've got the weekend off, you very rarely get to do that. So like in my whole career, I've probably been lucky enough to see my brother play. I played him at Brecon, but other than that, maybe 5 times because we've always played the same Saturdays. So it was Blackburn against East Stirlingshire. I don't know what cup it was, but it was some sort of cup. And that was back last season, about February time.
Great. Right, Callum, that wraps it up. It's been a pleasure having you on. Thank you.
No, great to be on. Some really good questions there.
Yep, thank you.